guys! So a style that I've really been into lately is Larme Kei. It's a fairly recent style that's just sort of been evolving, highly based around the brand Swan Kiss, and Mon Lily is a new one that's also getting pretty popular. Larme means tears in French, so I find Larme is mostly based around the makeup, and then the clothes are a little bit more forgiving. So I'm going to show you guys a tutorial on how I do my Larme Kei makeup, and I hope you enjoy. Bye! It looks like this. Alright, so you're just going to want to start by applying whatever foundation, base, powder you use. I just use Simple CoverGirl in the shade Creamy Natural. The key point that makes Larme is the makeup look, specifically the eyes. Larme means tears in French, and the look definitely sort of resembles that sparkly, misty-eyed crying look, which I know sounds a little bit weird, but anyway, we're going to start. I'm using Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, just the regular, not the semi-sweet, and an angled small brush. And I'm going to take this shade here. I'm not quite sure the name, but I'll put it here. You can use any sort of shimmery copper tone that you have. Alright, so we're going to take that and we're going to go right underneath our eyes in the tear bags. It's probably kind of hard to see on camera, but it's almost like applying eyeliner to your lower lash line, except it's eyeshadow and it's sparkly. Alright, now I'm going to take this light whitey pinky shimmery shade and I'm going to put that just on the inside of my tear ducts and blend it out. And you're going to want to put it right in the corners of your tear ducts, not just underneath, but sort of wrap it around there. If you end up actually poking yourself in the eye with your brush and you start actually crying, that is really good for an authentic Larme look. Alright, now we're going to take a larger brush and we're going to take that first coppery shade that we used and we're going to put it just right all over our eyelids. Big fluffy brush is good for this because we're going to want to fade it out a lot. Alright, and then you're going to take a clean brush and you're going to blend, 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 blend. Alright, and now we're going to take this darker, still shimmery sort of raspberry shade and we're going to use that same angled brush. And this little guy's going to have two uses for us. We're going to use him to contour our tear bags as well as going in our crease there. Just for a little bit of definition. Don't want to go too crazy or it'll look too western. And then really carefully contour that tear bag. Just in the outer corner. You don't want to go in or you're just gonna look like My Chemical Romance, like 2005. Alright, that's all for eyeshadow, finally. Now we're gonna take, you're gonna wanna take a white pencil eyeliner. This one's a little bit shimmery and glittery as well. That's really good to have, as it really fits in with the Larme tears sort of style. So you're gonna take that and you're gonna go just on the inside of your tear bag. And right in the corner of the tear duct as well, to give you that crying look. I feel really weird every time I say look like you're crying, but that's the point. Out we go. Awesome. Alright, and if you have false eyelashes, you can go ahead and apply those if that's what you like. I'm using Too Faced's Queen Size Mascara, which I find is pretty insane, so I don't really need false lashes in my opinion. This is awesome. I used Better Than Sex by Too Faced in my last makeup tutorial, and that was awesome. And then when I went to Sephora, I decided to try something different, and this is just crazy. Look at the size of that. So you're gonna take either your false lashes or your mascara or whatever you want to do, and you're just gonna apply that, like so. Blush is also a really important part of Larme. It's kind of similar to the blush styles that you'd see in Larme Kei, where it's super close to the eyes and sort of cloudy. I am a bad person, and I actually have been using MAC Saint Germain lipstick as blush religiously. It's awesome, it's creamy, it doesn't really suit my lips, so that's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna wanna put 2 or 3 dabs really close to your eye, and then blend it carefully so it doesn't really stray too far. Make sure you remember to blend upwards so it wraps around your eye and keeps that nice high cheek look. If you want, you know, if you don't, you don't have to. Then for my lips, I just like to use a simple, creamy baby pink color. This is Rimmel London's Pink Blush. And if you want, I left this to the end in case it was a train wreck. But, special pixie trick. You get a little bit of glitter. This is just from Claire's Vanilla Cupcake Lip Gloss. If you want to add a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of sparkly tears. Oh god, I forgot I had black lipstick on before, then put this over it. Let's clean that off, shall we? That's disgusting. I'm gonna add a little bit to my lippies. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. More than a little bit. Pretty. And you can actually use this. This alone isn't sparkly enough, but you can just dab a tiny bit and then put actual glitter in, and that way it won't be sticky for you. I'm gonna take a little bit of that lip gloss, put it just on the inside of your eye. You can take some glitter, any glitter. Try not to get it all over your floor. Grab a little bit on your finger again. Yeah.